Welcome to Sacred Buddha Wisdom. Imagine you're walking through a forest, surrounded by vines that are wrapping around you, pulling you in different directions. You try to move forward, but the vines just keep getting tighter. This, my friends, is a metaphor for the attachments we hold in our lives. The mind, our true essence, is neither good nor evil. But it can easily get caught in these vines of desire, suffering, and attachment. Just like the tree that gets tangled in vines, we too are bound by our desires. But the beauty of the Buddha's teachings lies in this: we can cut these vines and break free. In this video, we're going to explore a profound truth: the mind is neither inherently good nor evil. It's all about how we relate to it. We will also discuss the powerful idea of letting go and how doing so can liberate us from suffering. Stick with me till the end, where I'll share real-life examples and the timeless lessons that these teachings bring. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. The mind itself is neutral, it's a mirror reflecting the world around us. But like any mirror, it can reflect beauty, or it can reflect confusion, depending on how we choose to decorate it. Just as we tie ourselves to desires and attachments, we end up struggling with suffering. The Buddha teaches us that attachment, whether to material possessions, desires, or even good deeds, leads to suffering. Think of a person who craves wealth. At first, they think, if I have just a little more, I'll be happy. But when they get more, they want even more. This endless cycle is called samsara, the wheel of suffering. It's a trap of our own making. But there's a way out: letting go. Imagine holding onto a knife. It's sharp and dangerous, but you don't let go. You can't see the knife's true nature, and it only hurts you. This is what happens when we hold on to our attachments, whether they are material things, emotions, or even old grudges. The Buddha's teachings remind us to let go. Only by releasing these attachments can we understand their true nature. Let's take an example. Consider a person who has been wronged by someone in their life. For years, they carry the grudge, unable to forgive. Every time they think about the person who wronged them, the pain resurfaces. Now, imagine if they let go of that pain, released it like putting down a heavy burden. Suddenly, the mind is free. Free to move, free to think, and free to love. The Buddha compares our attachments to vines that wrap around us and restrict our freedom. These vines could be desires for wealth, status, pleasure, or even the desire to always be right. In order to break free, we must cut these vines. A story comes to mind about a wise monk who lived in a remote monastery. One day, a visitor came and asked him, "Master, how do you stay so peaceful?" The monk smiled and replied, "I let go of everything. My thoughts, my desires, even my attachment to the idea of peace itself." This was the wisdom of knowing that nothing is permanent. Letting go of even the desire for peace can bring true inner peace. Lesson: When we let go, we're not losing anything, we're gaining freedom. Like clearing away the vines, we make space for the light of wisdom to enter our lives. The Buddha taught that we should not even attach to the concept of good and evil. Good and evil are not permanent. They are like the changing tides of the ocean, sometimes calm, sometimes stormy. If we cling to one side, we're bound to suffer. The Buddha's radical wisdom was to let go of both good and evil. By not attaching to either, we transcend the limitations of duality. Here's a powerful example. Let's say someone does something wrong to you. Normally, you'd want to retaliate, right? But what if, instead of clinging to that desire for revenge, you let it go? Imagine the freedom in that moment. No anger, no retaliation, just peace. That's the kind of power we gain when we follow the Buddha's path. The moment we stop attaching, we stop being pulled into the cycle of suffering. Now, how does this teaching apply in our modern lives? Let's talk about a real-life scenario. Imagine you're in a toxic relationship, whether with a friend, family member, or partner. The attachment to the relationship, despite the suffering, keeps you stuck. But if you can detach from the pain and let go of the unhealthy attachment, you free yourself to move forward. You don't need to fix everything immediately. But letting go creates the space for true healing and growth. Another example, think about your career or financial success. Often, we attach our sense of worth to how much we earn or the status we hold. The more we have, the more we crave. But when we let go of this attachment, we gain freedom, the freedom to define success on our own terms. In conclusion, the Buddha's teachings on the mind, attachment, and letting go provide a profound map to inner freedom. By recognizing that the mind is neither good nor evil, we can transcend the duality of right and wrong. By cutting away the vines of attachment, we liberate ourselves from the suffering that arises from clinging to things, whether they are material possessions, desires, or even our own thoughts. Takeaway lesson: to truly find peace, we must let go. Let go of the idea that things must always go your way. Let go of the desire to control outcomes. When you do, you will find that peace was there all along, waiting for you to release your grip. And here's the final story to remember. A monk was once asked, "Master, what is the secret to happiness?" The monk smiled and said, "The secret to happiness is simple. Don't hold on to anything, and you will have everything." So, let's take a moment today to practice letting go. Start small. Let go of a grudge, a worry, or an expectation. Watch how your mind begins to relax and experience the liberation that comes with it. Thank you for watching Sacred Buddha Wisdom. May you find peace in your journey of letting go. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or experiences on letting go. How has this teaching impacted your life? I would love to hear from you. Until next time, may your heart be light and free. like a lotus in the water.